Today, I'd just like to spend a few minutes reviewing expressions, simplifying using order of operations, and evaluations, just as a last review before our quiz. And then I'd also like to spend some time on the distributed property. Before we get to the distributed property, I want to go over the expression like terms. Like terms are terms that have the same variable raised to the same power. So that we're looking at different terms. For example, 5x squared plus 7x plus 3 has three different terms: 7x squared, 7x, and the constant 3. None of these are like terms because even though they have the same variable x, for the first two, it's not the same power. But looking at the second expression, we see we have 2x squared plus 3x plus 6x squared. This expression contains two like terms. Those like terms are my 4x squared and my 6x squared. Those two terms can be combined. Combine means add or subtract. Now I can use my properties of commutative property first off by moving this term next to the 4x squared. Technically, then I can even use my associative properties, and when I combine those like terms, I'll get the 10x squared plus 3x. So here's where properties come into play. I did a little bit of commutative and associative property, and that was just to make the combining of like terms a little easier. We can do it in our head as well. So looking at this, remember that x terms go with x terms, constants go with constants, and so they sort of stay with their own kind. If they're already next to each other, just simply combine, and again, could be add or subtract. So 7x minus 4x will give me 3x. That's this section right here. Then I have this positive 3 plus 5, and that will give me 8. When I'm looking to combine, I always keep the sign in front. So now in this next one, here's this 6x, and all the way at the end, I'm sorry, 9x, here is 6x all the way at the other end. I could, if I wanted to, rewrite this. And then I have these two terms in the center that are also like terms. Notice that I keep the sign that goes in front of each one. Now that they're next to each other in the same proximity, it might be easier to combine. This will give me 15x, and then a 4y minus 3y will give me just 1y. In my next problem, there's an x squared term, but there's also two x terms. These are my like terms. Nothing to combine with the x squared term. A 7x minus 3x would give me 4x. And that's as simple as it gets. I can't do any more combining to that expression. In my next problem, once again, I see I've got an x term, and notice that I'm circling it with the sign in front of it. That's telling me that I have an 8x plus 2x more. I'm left now with a 9. It's a positive 9 plus 9 minus 4. That will now combine to give me a 10x plus 5. So combining like terms simplifies an expression. Then I threw in this distribution here at the end. Remember distribution, when you multiply a factor on the outside times two terms that are either added or subtracted, that will give me 21x minus 15. And there you have a little review of combining like terms and the distributive property. We're going to go into the identity and inverse properties I think I will save that for our next class, since we do have our quiz today. I will leave these on here for you to do. We'll go over them in our live session. So please copy these, and we'll simplify them in our session today. So until class, have a good day, and I will see you later.